Bueno, da igual, ya chatting y ya está. Hagamos esto. Y vamos a vernos la... Esto es Xbox Developer Direct 2024. Mira, está aquí el resumen. 45 minutos, una hora creo de... Venga, vamos. Vamos a vernos el resumen. Y ahora lo vemos. Captura de ventana. Vale. En principio esto es lo que se habló ayer. Se habló del Indiana Jones, que iban a sacar... Creo que no hay fecha todavía. Ah, sí, llegará este año, pone. El Senua Saga. Este sí lo vi. Lo vi en directo junto a la Bowie también vi. Y coño, tenían pinta, tío. Y mira que yo no sé mucho de este tipo de juegos, pero tenían pintote. El Indiana Jones sí se ve que va a salir. Tenemos fecha, llegará el 21 de mayo de este año, del Senua. El Abowed será en otoño de este año, según pone aquí. El Ara History no tengo ni idea, no sabía que iba a salir en general. Vision of Mana, este sí, este lo vi también. Y ya está. Vamos a ver la conferencia. No pienso. Ya después lo leemos todo después de verla, porque si no, no tiene mucho sentido. Son 48 minutos, está bastante bien. Puedo ponerlo que se vea bien. Con anotaciones. Se oye bien, más o menos. Estoy alto. Estoy contento acá. Estoy bastante alto, ¿no? Creo. Ahora mejor. Creo que sí. 4 juegos únicos. Mira aquella moto. Próximamente en esto. ¡Toma! Voltereta. No hago ya ni de coña, me mato. Intentándose la voltereta es. Oye. Se oye altísimo, ¿no? Bajarle un poco esto. Ahí. Pim. Joder, ni más gente. ¡Tachán! Este ríe. Developer Direct. Ninja Theory, Obsidian y Machinegames. Empezamos con la Obsidian. Con el Obsidian, con la gente de Obsidian. Son unos estudios, ¿no? Gracias.
I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
Bomba.
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands.
Empezamos con la Bowie, ¿eh?
We love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different.
No voy a estar traduciendo porque hay subtítulos abajo, quiero decir.
World and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora.
Se ve bien, ¿no? Se ve bonito, colorido.
One of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get.
Con varitas, ¿eh? Son como varitas mágicas, ¿no? ¿Qué coño? Grande, Gabriel.
Our team's
Adiós,
overarching goal
Kevin.
is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat.
O sea, tiene doble función de combate. Hostia, eso está guapo, tío. O sea, lo mismo le... Ay, lo mismo le lanzas un...
It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries.
Vale, entiendo. O sea, que puedes o meterle un hachazo, o sea, puedes meterle un hachazo, no. Tienes que variar entre meterle un hachazo o usar hechizos y miras de esas. O sea, eso está bien. Es doble. Tiene dos formas de combate. Dos formas no. Combina las dos formas.
It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult.
Hostia.
Others you must make sure you prioritize or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot.
Vale, supongo que también, o sea, lo que está diciendo es que hay diferentes tipos de enemigos. Unos que son muy defensivos y otros que son atacantes a lo tal. Supongo que en ese doble... En esos dobles, o sea, en esos dos tipos de enemigos, usarás uno más hechizo y otro más hachazo, me imagino. Eso está guapo.
We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Vale.
Will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and
Coño, vale. O sea, está guapo.
Some quests in Avowed will have you make
Se ve
difficult
súper guapo,
decisions
¿no?
with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Esta una conversación un poco jaco.
Isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course,
Las conversaciones estas como secundarias que no son de historia 100%.
That Captain Ruiki was sick, that I was paranoid, that I was a dumb baby. I heard it all often and loudly. Wait,
Poco malilla. Bueno, mala no, flojo.
What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
O sea, tienes un sistema de elección. Supongo que según eliges pasa una cosa o pasa otra. ¿Y qué?
They should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges.
¿Tendrá, cómo se llama eso? ¿Influirá en la historia?
But if you confront him,
¿O la historia al fin y al cabo es la misma?
the side of the battle is an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions.
Sí, verá las consecuencias de tus actos. Sí. O sea, cambia la historia según vayas eligiendo, vayas decidiendo. ¿Sabes? Está guay.
Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted the Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players.
Joder, tío, los decorados están guapísimos.
The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those
Que hayan cambios así de... ¿Cómo se llama eso? De estaciones, no. De biomas está guapo.
But I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color.
Desierto ahora.
By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for adventure and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the living lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Este otoño. Lo que hemos leído. Tiene pintón el juego, en verdad. Lo de los hechizos es lo que más pinga a mí, pero tiene pinta. Buah, esto lo vi y esto me pareció espectacular. Súper bonito, tío. El arte ese. Pues espectacular. Para Xbox Series X, PC y en el Game Pass sale directo. O sea, desde el día 1 en el Game Pass sale la bug. Vamos. La bug. Fall 2024. Ninja Theory. Toma.
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK.
Hola.
We're now in the final months of development on
Del
Senua's
Senua's.
Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
Hay como dos Hellblade antes de este también, ¿no? Creo. Dicen que el primero, o creo que sí, el primero que es de lo mejor.
She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed.
La verdad que no tengo ni idea.
Senua
No
herself
juego
has
nunca.
grown since
Ni
the
lo he visto.
first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe. In the game, Senua
Qué
arrives
guapo.
in 10th century Iceland
En
on
la
a
Irlanda
trail
del siglo X.
enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover.
Toma. Venga.
Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Vale. El juego está basado en la Islandia del siglo X, tras los pasos de los vikingos. O sea, te da algo atrás que no me enteré. Ahora sigo contando. Celta que sufre de psicosis. Toma.
To bring Senua's
Joder.
perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
Ay, Dios.
On Saga,
Majareta total,
the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew and a new cast.
Y allí hacen todos los seguimientos de
Motion capture shoots,
de-
thinking of what events would be
de
good
movimientos y tal.
bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new
Wow.
combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it.
Ay, Dios.
It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from
Eso está guay cuando sientes tanto el personaje, ¿no? Que te sale casi natural.
I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces, and then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story.
Están insistiendo, ¿no? ¿Cómo se llama? Haciendo mucho hincapié en la inmersión, que quieren una buena inmersión para este juego.
You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this.
David García Díaz, mi madre, este de Alcorcón, niña.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
Pues han tomado la inversión por lo menos con los efectos y la apoyo. Rayada, niña.
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Hylum, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it.
Dios, mira que el de la izquierda. Todo loco, mira Kratos.
Heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so
Cantantes de garganta.
We add that binaural touch of music, so this all creates a
Rayada,
immersive and a very special and unique experience.
A la segunda vuelta que le doy la cabeza y tú mareas.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech, and that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love,
¿Qué?
care and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are
O sea,
putting into Senua's
dijo
Saga Hellblade 2.
que se siente escena porque existe, pero a la vez no. Porque todos tenemos un creador. ¿Cómo? No entendí eso que está diciendo este. Pero en cierto modo soy Senua. Existe y no existe a la vez. Existe a través del trabajo de cada ninja. Así que todos somos Senua y estamos creando un personaje. Ah, estamos creando un personaje que no para de... Vale, sí. Ya entendí. Ya. Ahora se lo entendí. Pero lo que se refiere que Senua es un personaje que está en plena madurez, en pleno cambio, en plena evolución todo el rato. Y que al fin y al cabo es como uno. Que también evoluciona. Hay gente que no, hay gente que es cortito, bueno, en fin, da igual.
Passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on on May 21st.
El 21 de mayo sale este juego ya. Y sale también en día 1 en Game Pass. O sea, no queda nada, ¿no? 3 meses. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo. 4. Me gusta el Senua Saga este. Igual que la Bowie también me mola. Esta notificación. Está esperando en el lobby. ¿Qué? ¿Qué es eso? Square Enix. A ver qué me presentaron. Los japoneses, chinos, japoneses son, ¿no? Joder.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説 Visions of Mana の情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて
Vision of Mana.
大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとして
No mandan en el grupo de música, la habéis compartido esas cosas, ¿no? El juego.
完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年に
En el 91.
として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器のアクション RPG として
Sistema de combate basado en armas. Vale.
発売され、長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Al carajo.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井光一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players.
Ole.
初期の頃からシリーズ作品に
Hostia,
登場しているモンスターたち
qué
は
cambio.
私が考案した
Hermano, empezó hablando inglés y acabó hablando catalán. ¿Qué hace?
すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めは
O sea, él no te lleva. Este año, este hombre, ¿cuánto puedes tener? ¿60 años? El hombre lleva 50 años con los personajes estos en la cabeza. Y hasta 50 años después no lo había hecho. ¿Qué hace? Pero, está bien, ¿no?
どのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクト
tiene pinta de un Genshin medio raro. No me gusta.
聖剣伝説
O sea, está guay, pero
アイデンを作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
O sea, Ishii también hizo el diseño del mapa.
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい
Ah, no, hizo el diseño del perro que era, ¿no?
思いがありました。その上で、ヨークシャテリアの毛並み。
Yorkshire Terrier cruzado con un pangolin. ¿Parecido a qué? Parecido al armadillo. Que además tuviese elementos inspirados en Anubi, de la mitología egipcia.
デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらえ
Ya
ない
se durmió.
足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていきピックルは誕生しました。
Todo el chiquito salto pega, ¿no?
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去
Una partitura musical.
コンポーザーが携わ
Ojo, van a sonar,
る
¿eh?
雰囲気が感じられつつも
Jing, jing, wan, jing, han, jing, wan, jing, fan, con, jong. Algo así será, ¿no? Chino.
BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。
Oye, pues no es mala, ¿eh?
過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。
Joder, de 5 canciones en total.
新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。
Sí, vale.
の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、
Sí, nada nuevo, pero sí. Estás explorando, entras en combate. Pero qué música para combatir me está poniendo, hijo puta.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく、魔法での攻撃も
El combate en la batalla aérea lleva el combate a otra altura, pistón.
聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊には様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
No regalo, es tuyo, no lo vas a querer jugar.
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Este verano. Ole, verano 2024, el juego de Conecro. Ah, venga. Este no sale en Game Pass, ¿ves? Se empecé, pero no en Game Pass. Bueno, después de este corto receso queda Obsidian y Machinegames.
Hello.
Hola.
Welcome to Oxide Games.
Gracias.
We founded the studio in 2013 with our
2013.
personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V.
I know.
We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
Joder.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good.
La nevera era uno de los instrumentos que compraron.
Hi, Dan.
Hola.
That's Dan. We started in his basement.
Bueno. Se merece estar en ese vídeo. Si empezaron en su sótano, se lo merece.
We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Aura, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes
Ay,
that
Dios,
encourage
Michael
exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to
Un Civilization, pero va más allá, pues dice, porque hay
and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
Hay nuevos sistemas de juego.
For players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu.
Claro.
One of the first differences you'll see when you
A ver.
dive into Aura is what we call the living world.
Sí, hay un mundo vivo.
It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Aura is our philosophy of rule how you want to.
Gobierna como quiera.
And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete
Después te lo crees. Es un problema si te lo crees después.
Impressive and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might. Scientific advancement. The choice is theirs. In Aura, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Aura, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Vale.
Another aspect of Aura that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers
Un sistema de crafteo, de fabricación.
see often in the 4X genre, succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something
Y según
like improvement or triumph. Just changes the challenge that exists in Aura.
Según vayas crafteando y vayas tal, consigues nuevas habilidades o mejoras habilidades. O sea, te dan puntos que a la larga consigues habilidades.
Those are the foundation for everything,
Claro.
from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units.
Joder.
The crafting system in Aura encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual.
Eso debe ser un juego de estrategia, al fin y al cabo.
Into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Aura, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime
O sea, un juego
where you're not doing
ya no es un juego turno, es un juego por turnos pero simultáneo. O sea que no esperas tanto, sino puedes seguir tomando decisiones sobre la partida. Eso está guay porque esperar a veces se hace pistoletazo. Sí.
But leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura
Ha dicho
has
dos.
a number of special abilities determined by their
Dice,
personality,
hay muchos y dice dos.
as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions.
El primero que sacaron con fauna salvaje, en los pumas hacían mucho daño, se ve, y recibían mucho comentario diciendo quiten los pumas, o los pumas, no sé qué, y que gracias a ese feedback han podido mejorar, y estos juegos lo han hecho con feedback real, o sea, con jugadores cuando el juego mientras se tal. Por el 2024 también. Bueno, sale el día 1 en Game Pass. Está bien. Y vamos con Machinegames, ¿no? ¿Ya? Del Indiana Jones. Que es el que quería ver, la verdad. Machinegames. Toma.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machinegames. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machinegames. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Hola. A ver.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
Mira la polla.
Myths. History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just
Primera persona.
to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Come on.
Watch me.
Necesito seguirlo, lógicamente.
Throughout history,
Ay.
mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Okay.
It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Uf. Tiene pintón el juego, ¿Dónde llega? Se llega. Uy.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
Hey.
You have any idea how old that was?
Indiana Jones is such
Tiene pintón el Indiana, me mola.
so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Sí.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story.
Que Indiana Jones sin aventura, niño. Uf.
Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machinegames, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
En primera persona, ¿no?
It's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fist fight. All of these moments are much more intense in first person. But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Vale, o sea, que jugaran también con la tercera persona en determinada... Espérate, porque esto me interesa. En determinadas cinemáticas y movimientos que hagas con la cámara. Por ejemplo, subir el tubo lo vas a ver en tercera persona.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity. Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
Hacia Roma.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be
Roma hacia el Vaticano, ¿no?
when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure,
Hay
there will
puzzle.
be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
Vale, o sea que hay, perdón por pararlo, hay puzzles y puzzles los puedes, ¿cómo se llama eso? Los puedes superar buscando piezas y resolviendo el puzzle, o a veces vas a poder con una puerta, o hay una puerta con un candado y con tu pistola, con la pistola de algún guardia que encuentres por ahí, puedes romper el candado y seguir por delante. Están esos dos tipos de puzzles, el intuitivo o el, como acaba de decir el hombre este, de creatividad inventiva.
Want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing
El sigilo es obvio, porque si no...
or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure, with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
Qué guapo, tío.
At each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this
Este
game,
barraco.
we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
La música es importante en un juego, bueno, en una película, en un juego, en lo que sea es importante.
We're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
Qué importante es la música, tío.
A very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot.
Pistoletazo.
To help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay then, let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
Sí, una persona, digamos, cuerda, ¿no?
And the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
One of our
No
models
sé.
for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may
Yeah.
choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it
Bueno,
as a
esta es la tercera
distraction.
persona, por ejemplo. Ay, Dios.
And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat.
Toma.
Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could
O
potentially
sea que los rompecabezas son opcionales.
or you'll discover.
Si quieres hacerlo porque te gustan, lo puedes hacer, si no, no. Mira, lo suyo es hacérselos, ¿no? Digo yo. No sé.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machinegames is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to do. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Este año también.
To share more soon.
¿Es aquel? Toma. Tiene pintón el Indiana, seguramente será un juego que yo juegue. Aquí. Día 1 en Game Pass. Bomba. Sale este año, no hay estimación de salida este año. El Ara, el otro, el Indiana Jones.
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy!
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
You aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
Eso está bueno, no juegas como Indy, sino eres Indiana Jones.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
¿Listo? Presentación del The Elder Scroll. Yo. ¿Pero cuándo es? Confe de Bethesda, en el Twitch de Bethesda. Ah, coño, pavila. Next up, o sea, no se sabe. Dejo. Ya fue, o sea, fue anoche. Ese 16 horas. Vale, nos leemos esto y nos lo vemos también, ¿eh? Vamos a leer esto. Indiana Jones. Lo resumen aquí en Mary Station, lo resumen como espectacular. Resumen del gameplay en profundidad que nos ha dejado de la conferencia de hoy. Harrison Ford pone rostro también a su personaje en el videojuego, claro, entonces veremos a través de sus ojos. Llegar a este año con una mezcla de puzzles de acción. Quería decir el nombre del actor, pero no me salía. Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford es el que puso eso, el que sale en el... Harrison Ford es el actor de la película y es el personaje del juego. Ya no es el Hellblade 2, fecha de lanzamiento llega el 21 de mayo a $50 y solamente en formato digital. Bueno. El Abowe, su sistema de combate parece una evolución del ya visto en Dark Messiah, no sé cuál es este. Las decisiones tendrán un fuerte impacto eso es lo que habíamos dicho, en el devenir de la historia, y es que todo parece apuntar a que estamos ante otro éxito del RPG de Obsidian. Será en otoño de este año cuando salgamos, seguramente, seguramente sea un éxito de RPG. ¿Qué iba a decir? Mierda, se me fue. El Dark me decía este. A ver si lo he visto, creo que no. No, no lo he visto. Pero sí, será un exitazo porque tiene un pintón en la Bowed también. Yo le tengo ganas al Senuas, a la Bowed y al Indiana Jones. Mi top sería Indiana, Senuas y Above. El Ara y el Vision of Mana me parecen pistolatazos. A final de 2024 nos espera este nuevo repaso a la historia de la humanidad. Parece un Civilization mucho más profundo, exacto. Para mí, más profundo será porque como no me entero, no he visto mucho más la profundidad. Sus responsables han insistido en el feedback de la comunidad clave para que eso es lo que comentábamos antes, que habían dicho lo de los Pumas, por ejemplo, y que han hecho el juego, han desarrollado el juego han desarrollado el juego con jugadores, o sea, ha habido un feedback constante en la creación del juego, así que es un punto también muy bueno. Y el Vision of Mana, que es la sorpresa de la noche, porque nadie esperaba, no lo esperaban de yo, no tenía idea. Square Enix anuncia el Vision of Mana. Square Enix salió a la palestra para confirmar que la entrega llegará a Xbox, la primera de su larga trayectoria. Su ventana de lanzamiento es este mismo verano y ya hemos visto cuál es su estructura. Un maná de pleno derecho. Pues sí. Indiana Jones tiene pistón. Pistón, no pintón. Ahora no. Nos lo vamos a ver más tarde. Voy a cortar ahora que voy a hacer un par de cosas y más tarde lo vemos, ¿vale? Así que... poquito más. Hola a todos, aquí Moy del futuro editando este vídeo, tal, no sé qué. Una cosita rápida. Hemos visto la conferencia de Bethesda y no la voy a subir hasta que no sepa si al 100% os gusta este tipo de vídeos, reaccionando un poquito más y tal, ¿vale? Nunca lo suelo pedir, pero si lo votáis con un pedazo de like, se agradece, así veo que os gusta y subo la conferencia de Bethesda también, ¿vale? Vamos a estar este año, vamos a intentar que este año en 2024 estemos más activos por aquí, ¿vale? Se me acaba el tiempo, adiós, gracias por verlo, no sé qué, no sé cuánto.